Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about Tesla and why the share price is just crashing day after day after day. All right, so let's go back to a week ago when we were all excited about Investor Day. And this is going to be reason number one about why I think that Tesla price is just rapidly crashing. During Investor Day or before Investor Day, we were all excited about this new product that we thought it was going to be announced during that event. So this was going to be the new Model 2, a new product that it was going to be smaller in size, but also a lot more affordable for people. People were speculating that this car was going to cost around $25,000. And a lot more people were going to be able to now afford an EV vehicle, a Tesla vehicle with this price tag. Well, obviously, this did not happen. We heard a little bit about the Cybertruck coming up this year, but nothing about this Tesla Model 2. Well, obviously, this was a big disappointment after Investor Day. And we saw that in the decrease of price shares right after that event. Even that night, shares prices were trading lower. So obviously, people were not happy with all of this. A lot of people coming up to the Investor Day were buying the share thinking that this announcement was going to be made and that we finally were going to have a new Tesla, that it was going to be a lot more affordable for people. And now all those buyers, all those people that jump into the investment opportunity are just selling, are just straight out selling, not really being committed about the long-term performance of the company, and rightfully so, right? We don't know when this Model 2 is going to be coming down the pipeline. We don't know when it's going to be announced. So obviously, all those people who wanted to take advantage of this investment opportunity are now selling. And all that selling pressure is just crushing the price of the shares. And obviously, if some of those shares were purchased with margins, now that creates a snowball effect of even more selling pressure. So I wouldn't be surprised to see prices of shares of Tesla going down to $160, maybe $150. Obviously, none of this is investment advice. It's just my opinion and how I have been following the stock and the performance of the stock. How rapidly it can go up and how rapidly it can fall again. I mean, the volatility of this stock is just unbelievable. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see prices as low as $160 or $150. All right, so that brings me to reason number two of why I think that the price is just falling so rapidly. The reason number two, I think, is because of all these price cuts that the company is doing on their products. So I get it. I know that they're trying to implement this strategy in order to keep demand high. However, all those price cuts that we are seeing right now are going to have an effect on the revenue for the company. Unfortunately, we're not going to know how bad all of these prices are going to be affecting the revenue until we get to earning goals on the first quarter of this year, and we see really if that strategy of keeping demand high by cutting prices is really working. We're not going to see that effect until April. Late in April, I believe, is when they release the first quarter earnings report. So we don't know. We don't know if this price cut is going to be really something that it helps with demand or it really have no effect. And it just means that the company is going to receive less revenue after all. So we're yet to see that strategy is really helping the company or not. But let's face it, with all of these price cuts that they're doing, if they don't see a high demand or an increase in demand, then they are going to be bringing less money into the company, which is going to affect, obviously, their cash flow, their operating cash flow, and it's not going to be good overall. All right, so with that, I get to reason number three, which I think that this stock price is just crashing. That reason is the overall condition of the economy. Now we know that the inflation is sticking. That is basically a lot higher than we thought it was going to be by this time of the year. Obviously, at the beginning, the inflation rate was falling very rapidly, but now that's not happening anymore. And so the Fed is going to be a lot more aggressive. And with that, I mean that they're going to do a rate hike, again, probably to 50 basis points on the next meeting. Who knows? If they don't do that, they are most likely going to be maintaining a high rate for a very long time, or for a longer time than we were expecting. So with all of that, these activities really affect companies like Tesla, because Tesla is not like any other company where customers just go and purchase the product and then the revenue is just received, and then everybody, that's the end of the transaction. No, for these customers, they need to take a loan in order to buy Tesla products. Where if people are going to be incurring loans of 7%, 8%, maybe 9% for a car loan, do you really think that people are gonna be making that purchase? Probably not. Probably they're gonna just wait another year or two with their old card, not really jumping into that purchase of a Tesla. Even if they really want one, nobody wants to pay a high interest rate on a car loan. So even with all of those price cuts that they are doing, we're probably not going to see a lot of people jumping into making that decision to purchase a car and getting a car loan if the interest rate is going to be too high for them, and ultimately it's going to end up in a high monthly car payment anyway. So with all of that, I think that for the time being, the outlook for Tesla is very dim at best. Let's see what's going on these first earning calls that is going to happen by the end of April. Let's see how the company is performing with all of these economic conditions and the strategy of price cuts that they are doing. But certainly, things are not looking good for them. And not investment advice whatsoever, but if you are thinking about purchasing shares of Tesla right now, obviously have in consideration, and for any investment, anybody should have a long-term perspective for investment, not just jump in and thinking that you're going to do again, you're gonna have a profit right away, because sometimes things turn the other way, and that is when people lose money. All right, so if you like this type of content, I will encourage you to click like and subscribe for future videos. I am a Tesla investor. I do own Tesla shares. I am a long-term believer on the company, but I also want to bring some sort of information about what is going on with the company and the shares, and some sort of explanation of why the shares are just tumbling down day after day. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you have watched all the way to this point, I really thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.